So next question, Mr. Kasam runs a small business of making earthen pots. He makes certain number of pots on daily basis. Okay, not much information here, not much mathematical information here. Now the math starts from here. Production cost of each pot is rupees 40 more than 10 times total number of pots he makes in one day. So this is a lot to digest. Let's uh, go about understanding this step by step. 40 is rupees 40 more than, it's rupees 40, rupees 40 more than 10 times total number of pots he makes in one day. So let's start with the simple thing that let's say that he makes exports per day. Yeah, he makes exports per day. So production cost of each pot. So the production, this is makes in a day. Makes in a day. Basically, this is his daily production. And the cost of each pot, the cost of each pot is 40 more than 10 times total number of pots he makes in one day. 40 more than 10 times. 40 more than 10 times. So how we understand this is, see, he makes X pots per day. So 10 times of this would be 10x. And you add 40 more here. So 40 plus 10x implies 40 more than 10 times the number of pots that he makes in a day. So now, see, the information that we have is that he makes X pots per day and cost of each pot is rupees 40 plus 10x. So rupees 40 plus 10x is the cost per pot, and he makes X pots per day. I hope you are clear till here. Okay. If production cost of all the pots per day is rupees 600. Now try to make an equation. If you can't make an equation, please continue listening to me. But what I'll strongly recommend is you should pause the video right now and try to make the equation on your own. You can pause it now or you can continue. So let me make this simpler. Let us say that he makes, just for a number, let's say that he makes 10 pots per day. 10 pots per day. Fine. Now the cost of production per pot. This is cost of production per pot. It is 40 more than 10 times this. So 10 times this is 100 and then 40 more. So this is rupees 140. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to calculate his cost of production per day, it will be equal to 10 pots per day he makes multiplied by the cost of production of per pot, and that is rupees 140. So in this random example of ours, his cost of production of 10 pots is rupees 1400. This is just to illustrate the question, because with numbers it becomes easy to understand. But in terms of, we have to make the equation in terms of algebra. So in terms of algebra, what we need to understand is that he makes X pots per day. Cost of production is 40 plus 10x. So his cost of production, I'll erase this now because I don't require this. So his cost of production per day, total cost of production per day, Let me write it here. Total cost of production per day would be equal to x multiplied by 40 plus 10x. So basically, in terms of algebra, we can write this as 40 plus 10x into x. So this is his cost of production per day, and this is equal to production cost of all parts per day is rupees 600. So basically, this that we have written here is equal to the total cost of production of all the pots, that is rupees 600. So our equation will be 40 plus 10x into x. 40 plus 10x into x. This will be our quadratic equation, and then we'll have to solve this. So this is x. This is x. So we'll have a quadratic equation in this form. 40 plus 10x into x is equal to 600. Then this is how we solve the question. So number of pots in one day is equal to x. Cost of pot is 40 plus 10x, and this is how we'll make the equation. X square plus 4x minus 60 is equal to 0. So you can look at the steps, easy steps. Now all these word problems, most of these word problems, they can be solved by splitting the middle term. It is very easy. So try to do on your own. So this is how you can do the question. This 4x can be split as 10x minus 6x. And finally, because it's a quadratic equation, you'll have two values of x. So one would be in our case, one is positive, another is negative. We can't take negative because our x is number of pots per day. Number of pots per day can't be negative. So we'll have to ignore this. We'll go with x is equal to 6. Now when x is equal to 6, so what it implies is that he's making 6 pots in a day. He's making 6 pots in a day. And the cost of each is 10x is 60 plus 40, 100. So basically cost of each pot is rupees 100. And that is why his total production cost of the number of pots that he makes in one day is 6 into 100 is equal to 60. So 6 pots per day and rupees 100 is the manufacturing cost of each pot. And that is what they are asking us. Find the production cost of one pot. We have found number of pots he makes per day. So this is how these questions are done. And my suggestion to you would be that whenever you see a word problem, if you are able to do it at one go, great. Otherwise, you'll have to maybe read the word problem again and again so that you are able to understand. And you can break the sentence into two parts and then try to understand. Basically you have to translate the maths, the English which is written in the word problem into maths, into mathematical notation. That is what a word problem does. So hope this was useful. Let's go to the next question. Question number 7. These board problems, initially they are bit, so for first timers they are a bit difficult, but these are standard problems that we have to solve in class 10. So now let's start question number 7.